there was always 3-4 Indians around, young ones. And then eventually I found out that they are his sons. And there was always other people from the reserve.
Right.
Who they were, I don't know. You know, I don't know their name, I wouldn't recognize them. And on the 3rd week of June, a woman showed up here. Prior to, one day I was talking with Boots and he told me that my girlfriend is gonna come. I have 2 girlfriends. They are nice. And he said, you're gonna see, she's gonna come. Then I found out that she lives somewhere in Brantford. But the other woman, when she arrived, next day she was there and she was continuously occupying my land to the 1st of December when the smoke shop was removed, except for a week or week and a half when there was a demonstration up on site 41. Does it ring a bell? Or site 21? 41? Now this woman is an American Indian from the state of Michigan. The white car she was driving, it has a Michigan license plate on it. And I have that license plate number.
Right.
Anyway, she was continuously occupying my land. About a week and a half after, or 2 weeks after she arrived, one day I was out cutting the grass and she asked me, Ernie, can I put up my small pop tent under the tree there for a couple of days? And I said, okay. So she put up a small pop tent. But a week later, I driving in and out, she's there continuously. The girlfriend of Boots, Powless.
Right.
I talked with her, that Colleen, I withdraw my permission for you to put up your pop tent on my land. You're not allowed to. This is my land, and you no longer have permission to be on my property. And at that time, I talked with her more often, and she told me that she lives in Michigan, and she has her family there, whoever. In between, right from the first week, I had a phone call from the county, the regional office here. They talked to me on the telephone that you have an unauthorized building put up on your place. They told me that you cannot have it because it doesn't comply with the zoning bylaw.
Right.
And they told me that we're going to send you a letter, which I received. I have all of them. And other phone calls, they called me to go and meet with the head of the building department. And I have the letter over there. And I went in. That was at the end of June somewhere, probably around, yeah, as a matter of fact, I have the date over there on the letters. I talked with this man, and the bylaw officer came in, a woman, and she gave me a paper, a yellow paper, and this is for you. And I am reading a summons, and then I'm reading the wording. But there the county is charging me, and I have a summons in my hand, the county is charging me zoning bylaw violation that I did permit a smoke shop or a structure to be erected on my property. And when I read it, I gave it back to her and says, I disagree with this. I never permitted him to put up a smoke shop. And I said, I don't accept it. And she did like this. It's in your hand now, I'm sorry, we cannot take it back because it is in a court system. And I said, retype it and issue another kind of a summons because I disagree with the wording of it. I did not permit him to put up a smoke shop. And there was more conversation. I turned to, I have the papers over there, Ed, so whatever, Dutch name.
Right.
And I said, I object to the wording of that summons. You either issue another summons, or I want you to send me a letter stating that I do object to the wording of the summons what I have been served with. He said, okay, I will send you one. And then he got a thick book, well, whatever, like a ledger, you know. He opened it up, ran a few pages, and he started writing something in it.
Right.
But I never got the letter from him that I object to the wording of the summons. Now, I put it this way. When they issue a summons, they must have 100% proof of whatever is in a summons, or close to it. They had no proof of it that I permitted the smoke shop to be put up on my land. The county, the mayor, and whoever is involved issuing the summons, they listen to the rumors what Boots Powless has created, that I invited him. Based on that rumors, despite that I have talked with the mayor the second day when he arrived, that Mrs. Trainer do not listen to the rumors. And she says, okay, Ernie, I won't. But that summons was based on the rumors what Boots Powless has was spreading around.
Right.
And as the time went on, I was served with the summons, and there was a court date set, and I had to go to court, and I don't recall now the date. I called the mayor and I said, I'd like to come in and talk with you and tell you what is going on in my place. And she says, okay, Ernie, I am here, you come and see me. I went in, and it turned into an nasty scene, because she told me that I have to remove the smoke shop. And I said, I don't touch it, because it is not my building. It doesn't belong to me, it belongs to the Indian. I said, it is on my land, without permission and approval. And I said, I'm not going to touch it. And the mayor, that this is going to be interesting, that you're the one who is responsible for it. You're the one who will have to remove it. And I said, Mrs. Trainer, I remove it. Will you take the responsibility what follows when I bulldoze that building into the ditch? No, it is you're the one. I didn't want her to hit her hands out of my fist because she's a woman. So we kept going on. You're the one who will have to deal with it. You're the one who owns the land. You're responsible for it. So I said, look, we're going in a circle, you know, I got to go. So I got up and I walked out. I was angry because the mayor is not authorized to shoot her fist in the face of a 75-year-old taxpayer. But she did it. It was very unprofessional from the mayor of Haldimand County. So I left the subject. I went to court about 4 times because of the zoning violation. Each time adjourned another month and another month. Or maybe longer. No. When I was in the office, in the regional office, talking with the head of the building department, Ed Van der Wind or something like that is the name. I was told that we are going to send you a letter in which you will have a date. It will be specified the time and the hours that the smoke shop I have to remove it. I said, you send me the letter, I'll read it. And he told me that if the smoke shop, if the Indian is not going to move the smoke shop, you showed him a letter, and I did show Boots Powless the letter that I have a time specified that the smoke shop has to be off my property. And I said, after this, I'm going to turn to the OPP. I said, you go ahead and do it. I'm sorry, Ernie, but you go ahead, do whatever you have to do. These are the words what he used. So on that letter it was specified at 12 noon, June 28. So I went to the OPP detachment in Cayuga and I asked for Inspector McLean, and he came out because they already knew me, who I am. And he said, well, come in. There was a reporter came with me from Turtle Island News, but he didn't let her come in. He said, you cannot come in, you stay here. So I went in, I was sitting down and he was behind his table, and I sit in my chair and I said, Inspector McLean, here is the letter is specified to have the smoke shop removed by 12 noon today. And I was told that if it is not removed by that time, I have to come and see you and give you the letter. And I'll give you the letter. And I said, from now on, that letter is in your hand, the OPP, and you are responsible for everything, whatever is happening on my property. And he said, okay, I accept the letter, and he read it, etc. And Sergeant Carter came in and we were talking more and more, whatever. And eventually, I left. But by that time, Boots Powless called the television, Channel 11, called newspaper from Brantford and Turtle Island and Simcoe. What's the newspaper? Depositor?
Reformer.
Reformer?
Reformer.
Ah, okay. When I got out of the police, was coming back, this place was full of, the television camera was standing and everybody, and Boots is talking, and I had to join them. I sit on a picnic table with Boots, and whether you agree or you approve of it or not, but I was angry over Doc Fleming's militia, that look, he will not go. And the Indian in his bloody smoke shop remained on my property for the duration of 6 months, to the 1st of December of 2009, when finally it was removed. But in between, a lot of things happened. This was on the 28th of June. In between, daily I had visit from the art team.
Right.
And the OPP came also. And I have signed papers for the OPP. Oh, I have to stop here. When I gave the paper to Inspector McLean's, that from now on, whatever is happening on my land, you are responsible for it. Because I told him, I have no control over the Indians, those who are occupying my land. I am alone there. I cannot do anything. Now everything is in your hand. And he accepted the letter. And then more talk, and then I left.